Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi, and let's dream about beauty. In today's video, I have my very first collaboration. I am collabing today with Gold Star Work. She is a YouTuber from New Zealand. She is amazing when it comes to colorful makeup, colorful eyeshadow looks. She is an artist, so she's very good with color theory. She likes to dupe palettes, new palettes, and she looks through her stash to figure out what she has that could replicate those palettes. Sometimes she'll combine colors together to get what she's looking for. So I think having that artistic ability and knowledge about color theory comes in very handy when it comes to makeup, and maybe saving yourself a little bit of money so that you can not have to buy every new release that comes out. It's nice to be able to dupe an eyeshadow palette and try out that color scheme, and then think to yourself whether or not you actually want to buy it. A recent video that I watched that Laura did was where she duped the new pastel palette from Menagerie Cosmetics, and she realized that pastels maybe aren't her favorite thing to work with, and so that was really handy. I admire her artistic talent very much. She does some amazing paintings, and please go and check out her channel. I'm so proud to be able to collab with her for the first time. So in our collab today, the challenge that we have set for ourselves is that we are doing a palette bingo. And as I've mentioned in many of my videos, I prefer cool toned palettes and cool toned colors, and she prefers warm toned colors. So we're going to switch today. I am going to do a warm toned look using a warm toned palette, and she is going to do a cool toned look using a cool toned palette. And we're going to see what we think of the look when we're done. In order to challenge us, we have to choose 5 random colors by using a random number generator. So I will show you on my phone, and I will show you the palette. So the palette today I'm going to use is the Zodiac Aries. It's it's probably the warmest toned palette I have. This is what it looks like. And so we're gonna go, so at the top is number 1, and then going around the circle in a clockwise fashion, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, and the middle highlighter shade is number 9. So I'm going to randomly generate 5 numbers from 1 through 9, and we will see what we get. Okay, so here we are with the random number generator. We've got so minimum of 1 and maximum of 9, and generate. And the first one I got is number 1. I'll just write that down. Number 1. And then generate again, and this time I got number 5, so you can see. And then number 6. So 2 more numbers to go. Number 2. And the last one at number 9. So the middle highlight shade. Ooh. So 1, 5, 6, 2, and 9. So I will post a picture here to show you what the palette looks like and what colors I have chosen or have had chosen for me. I'll show you. So let's see, number 1 is here, number 1, number 2, this bright orange, number 5, number 6, and number 9. So 1, 2, 5, 6, and 9. All right. Well, that shouldn't be too bad. All right. So we're going in, and I am going to, so I have already done all my base makeup, and I've got my eyeshadow primer on, and I'm going to start out with this first shade here that is this second shade, the bright orange here, that's number 2. And I'm going to go use my JH31, and I'm zooming in a bit. Sorry, oops, wrong way. And we'll get started. So I want most of the pigment on the outer edge, the outer corner of my transition area, and quite a bit of fallout, so I'll have to clean that up afterwards. Of course, I forgot to tap off my brush, so that's my fault. Once I've deposited most of the color on the edge, then I start blending in. So I highly recommend Laura's channel. She's super organized when it comes to her makeup. I loved her recent Shop My Stash, where she figures out how many times she wants to try her makeup. She sets goals for herself, for example, to use a foundation 10 times, use an eyeshadow palette, each color in it a minimum of once each. She also does really interesting project panning, and she's so ridiculously pretty, and she has the softest, sweetest voice and this great New Zealand accent that I love so much. So I really enjoy her content, and I highly recommend that you check out her channel. So I would really appreciate it if you'd go over to her channel and check out the video that she did with a cool tone palette, and hopefully she likes the look that she does, because I have no idea what, I've seen the palette that she's working with, but I don't know what color scheme she ended up getting. So I'm very curious to see how it turned out for her. Okay, now this time I'll remember to tap off my brush. I'm going to go in. Just going back and forth and blending this out. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this blend and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's what we got so far, and I'm just going to take a clean brush, the JH35, and I'm going to go and just buff out the edges with this clean brush. Try to get as seamless a blend as possible. Move to the other side. Okay. So now I'm going to go into using my JH32. And I'm going to use, let me see, so I've used number 2 And now 1, 2, so this is number 1. We've got, I've used 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to go into number 6. And I'm going to buff it in just below this orange shade. Blend it in. I have to say that these colors are extremely pigmented and very easy to blend. I should also comment that the other challenge that Laura and I set for ourselves is that we were using palettes that we've never actually used before. So I have never used this palette before. This is brand new to me. Okay. So now I'm going to take the color number 5 and I'm going to try and deepen up my crease a little bit. So again, I'm going to go into a smaller brush and try to get it more like into my crease. Tap off my brush. I don't like this brush. I'm going to use the JH33. Just try to really keep it into the crease. And go to the other side. Okay, now I'm going to take my original, which one was the one I was using, the JH31, and I'm going to go back into that bright orange shade I started with, and just blend that out. Laura is such a supportive person here on YouTube. I see her comments all over the place on other people's videos. It's really nice that she supports the community, and she's just such a kind person. You can't help but just love her. Okay, I'm going back into this sort of deeper color. Just try to deepen up this color a little bit. That looks like a okay. So now I'm going to use the shade number, well, let's see. Yes, the shade number 1 on my lid. then I'm going to spray it. That's what it looks like. I'm going to lightly blend it into the other color there. And let's see what I want to do next. I'm going to take this clean brush and just buff out the edges here. And that's what we're looking like. I'm going to take this little small brush. I'm going to go into the middle highlighter, and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to, yeah, that should work. My goodness, this is a beautiful palette. Okay, so I have used number 1, number 2, number 5, number 6, and number 9. 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, 9. Yep, so I've used them all. I'm going to go in with the bottom shade number 5, and I am going to run that on my lower lash line. And that's what we've got so far. I think that looks really pretty. Just trying to decide if I want to intensify that gold a little bit. And that's what we've got. Okay, so I'm just gonna run offline. I'm gonna run away for a minute and do my eyeliner, clean up some of this fallout, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is what we've got. I added my liquid eyeliner and some eye pencil into my waterline, some bottom mascara, and I just cleaned up the edges a little bit. So I think that this looks quite pretty. Definitely makes my blue eyes pop. But I don't think that it suits me as much as the cooler tones like mauve or grays or taupes, blues, greens, etc. If I were more tanned, maybe this would be something I would enjoy a little bit more, but I'm going to find a lipstick to wear and I will be right back. So for my lipstick, I decided to go with this peachy color. It's called Sansa Stark from Urban Decay. It's such a pretty color. Just a very nice peachy color. And there we have it, the finished look. So if you would be so kind as to go and check out Laura's part of this collab, I would really appreciate it. And if you're here from Laura's channel, thanks so much for coming by to say hi and for checking out my content. I hope that you enjoyed it. Time is our most precious resource, and when you spend some of your time with me, I really appreciate it. Wherever in the world you are, day or night, I hope that you're well, I hope that you're healthy, and I hope that you're happy. Thanks again for coming by. Please come back again. Take care.